Hi everyone, it's me, Beauty Kelly Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on today and share with you a book that arrived yesterday. It's called the Tarot Original 1909, and I got it to kind of use with my Tarot Original 1909 circular deck. So let's have a look at this book. Let's open it up for you. So the book is hardback. So have a look at the back of the book. Clear, concise, in a strange way, the favourite definitions I've ever written for the cards, and that's by Sasha Graham. A great writer, the greatest deck, a modern approach, an in-depth approach. In the cold December of 1909, Arthur Edward Waite, a writer, scholar, and occultist, and Pamela Coleman Smith, a young woman and a talented artist, published a tarot deck that had no name except the word tarot on the cover. For the first time, the minor arcana had been illustrated with scenes relevant to their meanings. That unique and original deck of 1909 changed tarot history and influenced deeply all the decks that followed. Tarot evolved as a tool of spiritual growth and empowerment and became readable by everyone just using their own intuition. Of course, intuition alone could not be enough. A reader would also need guidance, knowledge, and a good foundation. In short, they would need a very good companion book, maybe by one of the best tarot expert in the world, Sasha Graham. Not to learn, but to understand tarot. And this is published by Lascarabo. So, table of contents, you get Chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, the Tarot Basics, Chapter 3, the Major Arcana, Chapter 4, the Minor Arcana, and Chapter 5 is Quick References. So let me see how many pages this book has. It's 192 pages, fully colour illustrated. And it's got like a forward piece of information. Beautiful illustrations. So let's have a look at Chapter 1, Introduction. Welcome to the Tarot Original 1909. This deck is reproduced just as it was when released in the first edition in December 1909. It is the most famous tarot deck of the 20th century. This was the first mass-market tarot deck to include a companion book with card meanings and detailed scenic illustrations for the minor arcana cards. Artist Pamela Coleman Smith accessible renderings made it possible for anyone to engage in card readings and intuitive divination. About the authors. Occultist Edward Arthur Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith belonged to a secret magical society named the Hermit Order of the Golden Dawn. Its members included theatrical and intellectual elite drawings, the likes of Sam Stoker and William Butler Yeats. The sects used tarot as a jumping-off point for their mystical operations, which included ritual magic, astral travel, scrying, astrological divination, and the various occult activities. About this deck. The Tarot of 1909 symbolism and occult influence draws from Freemasonry, alchemy, Rosicrucianism, Egyptian iconology, Heretic Caliber, the Tree of Life, and older historical decks. Christian symbolism is woven through the deck because Waite and Smith both came from the Christian backgrounds. About teaching tarot. Using tarot is simple. Ask a question, flip a card, gaze at the image, tell the story of what you see. The more you study and practice, the deeper you will go, the better you will become. Tarot works differently for every individual because no two people are alike. Each of us have unique gifts, sensibilities, and intentions. Tarot effectiveness depends on who uses it and how you use it. You will learn to cultivate your own unique reading style. Chapter 2, Tarot Basics. How a tarot reading works. Reading tarot isn't difficult. There are a few elements involved, and the better they are done individually, the better is the complete reading experience. These elements are shuffling the deck, asking a question, laying out the cards into a spread, interpreting the card meaning. Then it talks about, how to shuffle and handle your deck. Questions. I must admit that I do like a question. I find it quite difficult when a person just says, "Can you give me a general reading?" I personally like a specific question, because sometimes you might give that person a reading and it's not what they wanted, like a general one. So it's always best for me to have a question. And it's got here under questions that you will receive good answers from tarot when you ask a good question. It helps a reading more smoothly. It results in crystal clear answers from the deck. Smart questions encourage your brain to find the solutions. Be sure to include 2 elements, which is acknowledging the role you play in your future and state your desired outcome. A lot of people don't believe that tarot is predictive, but I kind of do, because I believe people go there, to know about the future. The future can be a minute or a second in time, Examples. Avoid why and will questions. Ask how and what questions instead. For example, why can't I find love? Ask the cards, what can I do to find love? Instead of asking, why am I broke? Rephrase it into, what can I do to save money? Instead of asking, will I be happy? Rephrase it, what can I focus on to bring happiness into my life? When it talks about spreads here, so you've got the past, present and future spread. And then it's got other things like hindsight, insight, foresight, desire, challenge, solution, me alone, you alone, us together, don't do this, situation, do this. And when it talks about tarot interpretations, don't worry about getting your card meanings wrong. You know more than you think you do. Read the tarot as you would read a graphic novel. Oh, that's interesting. Or a simple comic strip. Observe the illustrations. What is happening on each card? Use the image to create a story. Let the story offer a message that applies to your question. Go with your first instincts. Trust yourself. What are the characters doing? Where is the energy moving? What symbols leap to your attention? All of these elements can inform your reading. Trust what comes up for you. Feel the gentle whispers of intuition and let it guide you. And when it talks about reversals, because I actually read reversals. I don't turn my deck round. Before I shuffle my cards, I normally put all my cards upright. And then if the card appears that way, that means that's a natural, way of how the cards want to be read, but I don't turn my cards reversed. So it's got here reversals. There is an optional technique. Reversals are cards appearing upside down from your point of view. It is important to decide how you will read reversals before casting your cards. Reversals can be read in multiple ways. Ignore the reversal, turn the card right side up. Use a reversal keyword. Reversals indicate a blockage of energy or delays in time. Reversal is a card asking you for special attention. A reverse is the opposite card of the upright meaning. When it talks about understanding tarot and tarot structure, and then the tarot structure here, it's got all the major arcanas. It's got the cups, 1 to king, the pentacles, the wands and the swords. And then the numbers and the minors. That's the structure of the tarot. So it talks a bit about the tarot suits. So you've got wands, which is fire, swords, which is air, cups, which is water, and pentacles, which is earth. And then it gives you a blurb about each of the elements. Then it talks about the numbers. Minor arcana numbers are help. Understand how to interpret the cards. It is easier than you might think. Every story has a beginning, middle, and end, and so does each suit. Aces or ones are the beginning of the story. Aces signify a new cycle, idea, or beginning. The middle of the story is where the challenging part comes in. Trust the fives present a challenge or a weighty issue. Tens represent the end of a cycle. The remaining numbers fall in between. So it's got here, 1 is beginning, 2 is partnership, 3 is creativity, 4 is structure, 5 is challenge, 6 is heart expansion. 7 is uncanny. 8 is infinite perfection. 9s are wish fulfillment, and 10s are endings. And when it talks about the court cards here, each suit contains a king, queen, page, and knight. The court cards are identified by their title. Break the court into a family structure. Remember what they mean. So page, daughter, child, awareness and curiosity. Knight, son, teen, burst in energy. Queen, mother, mature, female, compassion and nurturing. King, father, mature, masculine, control and structure. And then it goes a bit more into the court cards. And then it talks about, your tarot journal. Tarot journals are widely helpful as tarot is a personal experience. Make a unique list of keywords, intuitions and ideas about tarot. Track your readings, spreads and messages. Record a single card at a time with one dedicated page for each card. Include 2 or 3 keywords from this book. Glaze at the card and write down mental associations. Make a list of the symbols. What do the symbols mean to you? How does the energy of the card feel? Sketch the card. Write short sentences about them. Note, no one sees the world like you do. No one else will read the tarot like you do. Table for tarot journal. Here are a few things you may find useful to mark in your tarot journal. Noting some down like the card name will help your memory, while other entries will gather your progressive insights in a card and help you make them consistent. So card name. So is it a major, minor or court card? Keywords, associations, energy, colours, number, symbols, symbol association, short stories, stroke poetry and sketches. Okay, so chapter 3 is the major arcana. So it gives you a fully illustrated picture of the card, like before. It's got the number, the archetype name, and it's got hero and a fresh beginning as a catchphrase. Keywords for the 4 is outsider, potential, flawlessness, innocence, euphoria, journey, and reversed is delinquent and pretentious. And then it gives you, just quite a long blurb about the 4. And it does that for each of the major arcanas. So let's go into the minor arcana and see how that's laid out. Okay, so chapter 4, the minor arcana. Minors represent focus that are more ordinary in the querent's life. They do not relate directly to the fundamental cogs of the universe or the querent's life, but rather concur to build all kinds of everyday human experiences. They are not less important of the majors, but they are definitely more approachable and down to earth. Compared to the majors, the minors do not have archetypal names because they do not refer to any specific archetype. The number or rank in case of the court cards and suit, however, can be very useful to complete the understanding and interpretation of any minor. So it's the same sort of layout where it's got the name, so the Ace of Cups, and then a phrase, emotional outpouring. Oh, I like that phrase. Keywords for the Ace of Cups is overflowing emotion, heart, center, bliss, comfort, elation, exuberance, reverse, false heart, and deviant. And then it gives you a blurb about it. And it does that for all of the cards in the major and minor arcana, including the court cards. And then let's see what else. So chapter 5 is quick references. You've got a cheat sheet here. There are 2 reasons why cheat sheets, pardon we call quick references, can be very useful. The first is for study. Cheat sheets allow an extreme synthesis of the many nuances of tarot. While they may be rough, they also can help the reader memorize the concept of the core of each arcana. In this regard, creating a tarot journal, see page 21, can be helpful to slowly build your own cheat sheet and reference charts. The second reason is to use during a tarot reading, especially for beginner readers, when the information here can act as a cue to help both memory and intuition. When it talks about tarot basic cheat sheets, it talks about tarot structure. So the major arcana, numbered from 0, the Fool, to 21, the World. They represent big moments, major events, and cross-cultural universal concepts, and it's got in brackets archetypes, like innocence, trickster, mother, father, sage, lovers, death, transformation, and mystery. And when it gives you all the 21 major arcanas, and it gives you some keywords, you know, for that archetype. Then the minor arcana, it says here, they represent everyday lessons, experiences, and events. They are divided into 4 suits that refer to the 4 elemental worlds. They are divided into numerals and court cards. The numerals are in sequence from 1 to 10. The court cards are divided into 4 ranks that echo the structure of a nuclear family: father, mother, older child, and younger child. It's interesting. So older child for the knight and younger child for the page. Court cards, they represent aspects of your personality, ways of approach, and other people in your life. So page is childlike awareness and curiosity. Knight is expansive teen energy. Queen, mature female, compassion and nurturing. King, mature masculine, control and structure. But this gives you a bit how to read tarot. Simple advice on how to read tarot. What catches your attention? Tell the story of what you see on the card. Choose a single symbol and interpret an answer. What does a symbol mean to you? Read like you're telling a story to a child. Go with your first instinct. Remember to center yourself. Call to your higher guidance stroke self. Ask for the information you need to be shown. Powerful questions. State personal responsibilities. State desired outcome. And then it gives you some quick reference spreads. So tarot spreads. How many cards to draw, how to put them on the table, and what they mean. The procedure for a tarot spread is always the same. Think of a question, decide on a spread, shuffle the deck any way you like, draw the cards and place them face down, turn the cards one by one or all together and interpret them. Then it gives you like a 1-card spread, perfect daily spread. What do I need to know? It's for 1-card spread. 3-card spread is past, present and future, or should, shouldn't do spread. So it's my situation, shouldn't do, should do. And then it's got here about Sasha Graham. So it's got a picture of Sasha Graham. She looks like she's in her garden. That looks like very empressy. Keywords: author, artist, New Yorker. Upright. Sasha Graham teaches and lectures around the world. Her work has been translated into Chinese, Italian, Russian, French, Spanish, Polish, Portuguese. She is the author of Tarot Diva, 365 tarot spreads, 365 tarot spells, Llewellyn Complete Book of the Rider-Waite-Smith, and the forthcoming Magic of Tarot. She serves as an editor and a writer of Los Scarabel, Tarot Fundamentals, Tarot Experiences, and Tarot Compendium. Sasha is a contributing author of Llewellyn's Magical Alchemac 2020, 2022, 2023, which is Date Book 2022, and Llewellyn's Witches Calendar 2021, 2023. Her tarot decks include the Horton House, Darkwood Tarot, and the forthcoming Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Reversed. On the less than productive days, Sasha can be found watching re-returns of Vampire Diaries, staring into the sky for hours on end, dreaming of faraway places and adventures yet to unfold. Sasha's involving story, you may call it a fairy tale or tarot wild card, just goes to show you what happens when you push forward, follow your instincts and believe in magic. Wow, so this is like a tarot card of her, which is really nice. Okay, so this is the Tarot Original 1909 guidebook, which I bought to go with my circular deck. I will leave a link for this in the description bar should anybody be interested. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.